Greetings and Divas, this is SuperZombGBBQ and today is PCC day. Now, a lot of you are probably focusing on the PCC, which is between Sasha Banks and Charlotte, and Sasha is killing. I mean, look, it's 1.5 million wins ahead. It is just because Sasha is just so awesome, even with Natalya on her side, which would have made a pro for most people who did that Road to Glory once, which had Natalya in it. And then you also have the benefit of both Lita, and of course, you've also got the benefit of Becky Lynch, I forget. Both the strongest possible diva pairings with the ability to literally tag in and out. No, people have decided to go down the route of Sasha. In fairness, I don't blame them. Sasha is a much better card for overall tokening. It's a lot more freedom and easy way to free stat Lita, and it 4 stats Becky Lynch, or Bucky as I just called her. Yeah, so it's crazy right now. Obviously after tokening and stuff it's not going to be that way, but yeah, rip to anyone who leveled Becky in toughness and charisma. A lot of things that people have been asking is this PCC worth it? It's a Divas PCC. Let's have a look through the rewards quickly, and then we're going to jump into what is really, really important. It's just come up. And that is, obviously, you've got Sasha Banks here. I'll show you the stats. You can just level up a tiny bit in speed, a little bit in power, the rest in toughness, and just forget about the charisma, and she's an amazing card. Charlotte, I personally thought the image is better for Charlotte than it was Sasha. It's one of Charlotte's best images, but we're going to lose the image because it's not going to be part of the game. Sasha is killing it. Amazing rewards as well for Taker and for Rock to both be on each side, and people in the top 10 are killing it. And then you got some of the supports. The ones that really interest me, however, are Becky, and of course Natalya as well, which meant that she would probably have been the favourite one to win. Nah, people just kept choosing Sasha. In terms of legendaries, let's just keep going down. Legendary, Sheamus and Rusev both be pros. Sheamus has been in, I think, in a lot of events. Rusev has been in a couple as well. So, you know, they're both equal epics, which would have potentially decided it. HBK is a better card. I don't think he's ever been in the login rewards. Edge, I think has been in the login rewards. I've been really super busy today, so I've had no time to grind at all. But I'm now obviously going to start grinding because of something that happened and went down today. Now, you may have seen, if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, that WWE SuperCard winked the last video I gave. They kind of like there's something. And the last video was about, is this it? Are we going to see Season 3? Or are we going to see a new tier? Or are we going to see a Raw and SmackDown brand split mode or something like that? Or is it just going to be a case of we'll wait and see and something will happen? Is there a link between 2K? I posted that video. SuperCard, a couple of hours later, just winked the video. Let's just put a wink face on Twitter. Nice and simple, thank you very much. And literally everyone just went, what? Which everyone jumped to conclusions, and I think maybe the wink was to do with something I said at the end of the video. And Fuji got this dead on, by the way. He got this dead on. He only mentioned it briefly in his video, but he got it dead on. Okay, so just all props to Fuji. If you don't follow him, subscribe to him over here because he's an awesome dude and he makes great content, and yeah, because Fuji is Fuji. So they posted a tweet saying, yep, Sasha and Charlotte's happening, there's your PCC. Everyone was like, yay! And then moved on and said, we are going to be talking about something you don't know about because most people guessed it was going to be a Divas PCC very soon. TM. Now, most people thought that soon meant Talk Monday, which is again a thing that's happened in the past. Talk on Monday was what started Season 2 off in WWE SuperCard. So Season 1, Season 2, people are thinking, oh my god, it's another reset, let's just boycott the PCC, get rid, not interested at all. Well, that's not what happened. WWE SuperCard came out a couple of hours ago and posted something very interesting. And in a nutshell, no, there is no Season 3 yet, but it's coming. What I want to talk about in this video is what happens going forward. And the reason why I want to talk about that is because this is big, okay? Because obviously people are expecting the WrestleMania tier is where you end Season 2. No. there is going to be a brand new tier. Now, they've all but confirmed it's going to be a SummerSlam tier. So we're expecting a SummerSlam tier to start in, we assume, the next 2 weeks. I'm going to go along with, because of the wink I got, that we're going to have the PCC, then a Road to Glory, and then flash events to give people those brand new cards to kind of push forward with, which would then give people the ability of using, let's say things like WrestleMania Fusions, etc. Where I think this is really interesting is people who've got a one-up on the WrestleMania Fusion front are gonna love this, because, and especially people who are one-up on the Money in the Bank cards, having those in your deck is now essential for the first couple of events, especially if you don't have the full event card decking King of the Ring yet. But the SummerSlam tier coming, there's also a couple of huge announcements that are coming out of it. One of which is they are going to introduce new ladder rewards. So my advice to you is, if you are using a dumbed down deck, do not grind if the ladder rewards go live this evening. So I'm just going to have a look here. Now, I'm actually using a much lower down deck. Just ignore that, okay, because it's something I've been using to try out. Let's go up here. It only goes at 50,000 so far. I would not be surprised if they put in a slot of 45,000 in there, or 47,500, and I really wouldn't be surprised if you started seeing a 60 or a 70,000. There's definitely going to be one more male and one more female one put in there. Be interesting if it come out that they're actually going to reduce down ladder rewards to make it better and more easy for people to be able to obtain those new cards when it come out. There were some guys who'd played 50,000 games who just played one game and got 2 cards almost immediately, which was insane. The other thing is that your card limits will be increased. They are increasing it by 10%, which means that it will go up to 165 for the remainder of the game. The other thing that's really important, and this will go into my next video where I talk about Season 3, yes, it is coming, but I wanted to separate Season 3 and this video because I didn't want to merge it all together. It would just become too much. So I will link it up into the video very soon. The videos will be released almost immediately at the same time. One thing that is really important is that not to get rid of any cards you want to keep, because in Season 3, as it sounds, we will be able to use any cards that we currently have in Season 2. Again, just event cards, things in Survivor tier, anything that's event-wise, anything Money in the Bank-wise, anything Fusion-wise. I think the era of people silver starring event cards is probably over, because without those cards, you'll struggle going into Season 3. We actually don't know what's happening yet, but more details in the next video, which again I'm going to link up into the video in a moment. So we obviously have quite a lot of questions. I would imagine it's what's happening next with regards to Money in the Bank. I would be very surprised if the next Money in the Bank event or the rewards were not for SummerSlam tier. I would be very surprised. My expectation is for everything to start off when the current Money in the Bank ends. SummerSlam tier, I would not be surprised if it was Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar as the 2 rewards. Obviously, it could be AJ Styles and John Cena, but I would very highly doubt that. Of course, we could get a WWE Championship match between Dean Ambrose, Ziggler. We could have Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. Who knows? It definitely states that it sounds like we are going to start off the new tier with a ring domination as well, going by date, but who knows at this point. And apparently we're going to find out more and more information about what happens going forward. But this is going to breathe new life into the game. It's definitely made what fusions you get way more important. It's built a whole new dynamic into the game now. As well as that, obviously having those Money in the Bank rewards, getting that Becky is now literally essential to have. And obviously now paying this DIVA'S PCC has now become important. I would not be surprised if you're looking at 10, 11,000 points for this now. And maybe that's an over-exaggeration, but a lot of people who originally going to just kind of sit this one out and just go, you know what, a new game's coming, and now like, damn, let's get moving. So This is going to be very interesting. I think anyone who gets a Pro Diva from their fusions needs to count your lucky stars. Not that I would expect there not to be some kind of flash events to give people like a one leg up, like they did with the Roman and John Cena cards at the end of WrestleMania tier. It's very, very exciting, but as exciting as it is, I need to move on. I need to get this PCC card, and I need to grind seriously hard. If you can let me know in the comments section below what you think of what's happened and what's just gone on, especially with the new announcements and whatnot, which card you're going for, whether you're going to Sasha, whether you're going to Charlotte, whether you change what you're going for as a result, whether you weren't going for PCC and now you are going for PCC. I could go on for literally an hour of all the different possibilities we now have because of Season 3 and the SummerSlam tier, as it was all but confirmed. They literally said it celebrates summer. I've linked in the blog as well, which explains all of this, so if you do want to go into that, feel free to. Another huge thing, and this is very, very important, I'll talk about this more in the next video. You now have the opportunity, if you played Season 1, to go back and request your old Season 1 event cards back. Just phenomenal. You can go back to the feedback team to go to feedback. All you got to do is press the cogs here and then just go down to the bottom and go to feedback. They are sending automatic replies out at the moment, but the replies are very, very good. It seems like this is something they've had planned for a long, long time. So, excitement in the SuperCard community, excitement for the game overall. I can see there being a lot more enthusiasm to go forward from here. I mentioned about sending me everything about the PCC and what your plans are going forward and what you think of what's gone on and what has just transpired. Maybe we're finally going to see some Enzo and Cass cards, please. And a Shane McMahon card would be just great if you can. SuperCard, if you're listening, please, just do it. Anyway, like this video, subscribe, remember to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and also Instagram in the description below. And of course, one last thing, as always, you know it's coming. Sonic!